morning, humans on this random planet called Earth. So I just woke up. I'm about to make myself breakfast, but I'm still like very tired. So for today I thought, right, so I'm sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought because I'm so tired still. So seeing as we're all in quarantine right now, or like at least, you know, staying home, as you all should be, guys, hopefully, I thought for today I would do a quarantine with me, and I'm just gonna start by making myself breakfast, and then maybe I'll give a better intro to this video because then my brain will be awake. Yeah, alright. We have now reached our kitchen, which at the moment is an absolute dump, so I will not be showing you our dirty kitchen. But I just made myself a smoothie bowl, and I'm just gonna put on some toppings on top of that and make myself some coffee. Check it out, I got this cute little tiny strawberry. It's so cute. Okay, this is such an ugly smoothie bowl. But I'm still very excited to eat this because this still looks kind of delicious. In any case, we shall return to my room and eat this delicious food. Also, I should probably take out my Invisalign. Alright, I'm back in my room now. I'm just going to probably watch a TED Talk and eat my breakfast. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I actually watched a really interesting TED Talk about how people hack the other day. I'll tag the link below, but it was super interesting and I would really highly recommend watching that. It basically just talks about some of the most common ways that people are hacked, particularly with credit cards. And then they also applied that into sort of the scientific research field and how hackers' brains are advantageous for certain scientific research. And I would very much recommend that because it was super interesting. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to eat breakfast now. Oh shit, my battery died. Okay, so I just got myself another cup of coffee and I switched my shirt because I need to refilm an introduction to a video I filmed a while back that actually was meant to be released like 2 weeks ago. But I hated the intro and the lighting kept changing. I just realized that I forgot to turn on my ring light. I got a ring light! Also, yes, basically that video is the reason that I ended up getting that ring light, which I am going to turn on now. The ring light has honestly been great. I got the newer ring light, which apparently is like the one a lot of people use, and so far I'm really liking it. I have to say the sound is not super stable, but anyways, back to the point. I need to refilm that intro and I'm going to do my makeup. So I'm going to take you to the bathroom, and I also thought that while I do my makeup we can have a quick chat about, or not we, I can quickly talk about quarantine basically, because I just wanted to bring up some stuff. Stop the music. Alright, so basically there have been a lot of quarantine protests and things like that, and honestly I just think it's a bit ridiculous. I'm trying to put this in like a non-offensive way. It doesn't make me like sound like a complete asshole that's super ignorant or something. Okay, so I'm in Germany. We have not been in government-imposed quarantine for probably a month now, but despite that, I basically spend 99% of my time at home, and the reason for that is that, I'm sorry, people are dying. And honestly, I'm not vibing quarantine, like, it sucks. But I know that for the safety of others, we should stay inside. And that is why it really irritates me that there are protesters outside against quarantine. Hello guys, so I'm currently just editing this video, and I wanted to say that this video was filmed prior to the recent developments surrounding George Floyd, and what I'm referring to in this video does not relate to the recent protests against racism and police brutality. While obviously social distancing is still important, I equally believe personally that the current causes are incredibly important, especially considering that racism has been such an important factor just throughout history. Things that people have dealt with regarding police brutality are completely insane, and therefore I think even though we do currently have corona, I completely support the cause because finally this is one of the first times that this has been addressed on such a grand scale, and therefore I do support that. I also went and protested last week. I just do urge you that if you go to protest, please wear a mask. And what I was referring to in this video is mainly regarding people who are not essential workers and who are just doing these things for fun. Alright, now back to the video. Look, I have a lot of compassion with the aspect that this is a situation that we've just never been in, and it's like we kind of over a very short time period just essentially lost, in quotation marks, all of our normal standards and everything. But I think given this rare situation, we should act in a manner that is not normal. You're not helping the situation if you are going outside, and unless you just came out of like 2 weeks quarantine, you just don't know if you're sick or not. So it really irritates me when people, not just in like the States or something, like this is a global thing, there are people in every country in the world doing this right now, protest against quarantine, because this is literally for the safety of you and for other people. This is benefiting you, and when people say that it goes against the First Amendment, like, no, I understand that this is a situation. The thing is, we're literally all in this together. It's not like a one-man situation or something. And honestly, the governments, they don't know how to handle this because we've never experienced a situation like this before. And so, simply speaking, no one knows what we're doing. We're kind of winging it the whole way through. I just don't see, especially if we're in a country like Germany, where you might have to wear a mask if you enter a store, but you're allowed to do practically everything at this point. So why are there protests every week? I'm sorry, what? I think it's also super important to keep in mind that there are people in this world that don't have a choice whether or not to quarantine. We are even privileged to be alive, and we are privileged to have the choice as to whether or not we want to quarantine. That is a choice. I'm not in an at-risk group, and neither are the majority of people I know. Nevertheless, I want you to consider the fact that you're affecting people that you may not even know. And simply by going outside, you are endangering some of these people. I know it's a virus. Okay, this is turning out really messy. I should use a brush for this. I just realized all of my brushes are dirty, so I'm going to wing it and use these brushes that are not my favorite brushes. But yes, basically the point was that I want you to consider the aspect that simply going outside is endangering people that you may not even know. And I know everyone's saying it's a virus, you can't control it and whatever, but yes, you can to a degree control it. You can wear a mask. That is a choice you make. It bothers me that people go outside and meet 20 people and don't wear a mask. You are literally endangering so many people because all you need is one person. We've seen that happen if you look at South Korea. One man, I think, tripled the amount of people infected in Seoul overnight because he decided to go into a club. Okay, this makeup really isn't working out well today. Really, all it takes is one person to, unbeknownst, go outside and infect a bunch of people. So please, 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 try your best and just stay inside. It's not fun. I know, especially with people with mental health disorders and things like that, this is a really situation. But you know, unless it's like really necessary, don't go outside. It sucks, like it takes a huge mental toll on you and everything, but we're literally all in this situation, and I think it's really, really, really selfish to say, oh, I'm not in an at-risk group, and even though I might endanger a bunch of other people, I'm gonna go outside to clubs and have fun and do literally everything that you shouldn't be doing in a situation like this. I'm not talking about you taking a walk once a week or something like that. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about people meeting up in groups of 20 people or even 10 and acting as if nothing happened, because especially now where like people are getting really irritated at quarantine, and the number of people that are doing this is simply speaking increasing, and I find that really bothersome and disturbing because we're gonna wind up in the same situation again, and we're all going to have to quarantine again. If we don't all fix this, we won't be getting a vaccine in the near future. We just won't. And until then, we're gonna have to deal with people dying, which sucks, and we don't need to make it worse. I'm just going to stop talking about this now though, because this just makes me kind of angry. But please just stay at home, and if you go outside, wear a mask. That's the least you can do. Just please. Yeah, and please don't act as if the situation is over now because you're getting annoyed, because it's not. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying, so please be considerate of others even if you don't know them. Stop being selfish for the time being and just think about our community as a whole. And also, I'm sorry, your morals are f***ed if you think let those people just die because they're old anyways. Up thinking. I just want you to think, what if that is your grandfather or your grandmother, or you know, your little sister who had cancer and now has a weakened immune system? Just please consider that whole situation for everyone else and stop being selfish. I'm sorry to swear. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. This is like a very heated situation, I find. Anyways, I'm going to move on and try and keep the rest of this video a bit light so that it's not all dark and grim everywhere, and also I should focus on my eyes because this eyeshadow is not working out today. Yeah. Okay, so my camera just overheated, but all I did was finish my makeup, basically. I'm about to film the intro that I was talking about earlier today. And since I'm using the camera that I'm currently filming on, I'm just going to skip that section, and I will be back in a second with some skincare stuff. Okay, I'm really not vibing this makeup today, but we are going to return to the bathroom and dye my hair because that's a vibe, and I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I feel like this video has been such a mess, to be honest. But it's okay, we'll work with this, we're all good. Okay, so I have now changed my shirt again, and you can see here, this is an absolute mess because this is my hair dyeing shirt that I've used to dye my hair all sorts of colors. For today, I will be dyeing my hair black, and I am using this L'Oreal black hair dye. I have actually used this before, but I don't really love using this because this is not cruelty-free, and I generally use cruelty-free hair dyes. So I would actually recommend you check out Direction Colors and Manic Panic because those are both vegetable-based and they're cruelty-free, so would recommend you check out those. I've used this before, which is why this shirt has this like weird brown color, because it looks brown when you wash out the hair dye, but it does dye your hair black. I would personally actually prefer dyeing my hair blue or some pretty color again, but as you can see, my hair is still kind of damaged from back when I did dye my hair, and so at the moment I'm just letting my hair grow out. But as soon as my hair is okay, I am going to go back and dye my hair some fun color, and I'm hoping I can do that by the end of this year. We'll see what happens. But for today, we're going to go a bit boring and just make my hair slightly darker. My hair is pretty dark, so it's not a huge difference, but it's the best I can do right now because colors don't work on my hair unless it's bleached. In this box, you basically get your lovely instructions, and then they have this conditioner that's supposed to help preserve the hair dye. Inside, you then get gloves, which by the way are super tiny, and a man's hand probably does not fit in this, but for me, this works. They're basically just plastic gloves. They're like not latex or anything, they're just plastic. And the fingers are cut kind of small, so they do not fit a lot of people. If you're thinking of dyeing your hair and using this hair dye, you might want to check that you have latex gloves, otherwise you can stain your hands. That also works. We finally have these three things, which is a hair oil tube. This used to not be in there, but they revamped their packaging and now they added this. Then you have the developer and the coloring gel, which is the black color. I do not know if I need 1 or 2 boxes at this point because my hair is sort of that medium length that might make it difficult, but I got 2 boxes just to be safe. If I only need 1, I guess I'm dyeing my hair twice. But yeah, let's just mix this stuff together. I'm like struggling with these gloves right now. It's not pretty. Oh my god. You know, it's really weird because I have quite thin fingers, and these gloves, oh my god. I'm just gonna get latex gloves. These gloves don't even fit me that well. And my fingers are like skinny. So how should this even fit someone that does not have skinny fingers? And my hands are actually very small, so I do not know what they were thinking with this. I feel like such a plastic waster right now, but I guess that's not working out. We are back with gloves that actually fit. Life's great, guys. I'm just like failing at this so royally right now. Okay, now that I have these on, basically I'm just gonna pour this black stuff. Okay, I would usually do this over the sink, but the camera is not directed there right now. Here goes nothing. This is a terrible idea. Anyways, I should mention this smells really disgusting. It does not smell good. It's probably not healthy for you. But yeah, and then we just have this oil. I'm gonna put the oil in over the sink though because I think this will leak otherwise. This oil package, by the way, is so badly built. Right, anyways, then you just basically shake this a lot. Now that I'm done shaking this, I'm just going to start. They actually say on their instructions that you're supposed to do your hairline first and then just let it sit there for 20 minutes, but because my hair is so dark, it doesn't really make much of a difference for me personally, but you might want to consider that. Honestly, you just kind of go nuts on this, so yeah. I'm kind of disappointed because this is one of the few times that my hair did not dry a complete mess, and now I'm just like redoing my hair, but it's cool. It's whatever. This works way easier if you have someone to help you with this. And usually my mom or my dad help dye my hair, but that's okay. Literally get your siblings to do this or your parents. I should admit that I don't care that much about my hair. Okay, let me rephrase this. I like hair. I don't want my hair to fall out or something, but I don't care that much about my hair, generally speaking, because it grows back. And so it's not like a huge deal to dye your hair or something like that, just because, you know, if it looks like shit, you'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not something permanent, unlike certain tattoos that some people have gotten. And the same goes for a haircut, you know? You might look stupid for like a month or something, or 2 months, but it's honestly not that dramatic. It's not gonna change your world. So, you know, have fun and experiment with your hair. Look, the color's not even black. That's really weird. It used to be purple, by the way. And so, gotta get a thumbnail here. Yeah. Anyways, now back to the video. Yeah, okay, I think I might need to get my brother in a minute to do the rest of this. Wow, okay, this stuff burns right now. This is weird. It used to not burn. What's going on? Okay, this is not my vibe. Wow, whatever they changed in their ingredient list is horrible. My eyes are starting to water from this. Now that I look like a complete mess, I like to just use a hair tie to tie my hair up because you're gonna have to leave this in for a while, and honestly having this flying around is not a good idea. I would actually very much recommend you do this in your backyard if you have a backyard. I do not. I need to get rid of this like right now because this will literally dye the hair on your face. So my battery just died, but all I did was tie up my hair, and I am going to leave this in for like 40 minutes even though it says 30, mainly because it doesn't really make much of a difference for my hair. And I'm going to plug in the camera in the meantime and hope that it charges a bit. I'm supposed to tutor a kid in about an hour. I might be able to do my skincare stuff before. Okay, so I am back. I just spent the time editing one of my other videos that I'm hoping to upload by tomorrow. It's been about 40 minutes and I'm going to rinse out my hair dye now. My battery's not doing super great, so I hope this doesn't die in the process, and I'll probably have to recharge it a little bit before I do the skincare part of this video. But let's just get started. I didn't manage to completely get off the stuff on my face. Before this becomes a complete mess, we are going to go to the bathtub. See that ugly color that I was talking about earlier? I'm back. So, yes, okay, you are recording. I washed my hair about 3 or 4 times with shampoo, and I then just put it up into this towel. I only use this towel for dyeing my hair because sometimes there's still dye left in your hair, and just to be safe, I'd rather just stain a towel that I don't really care about. I also changed the lighting setup a little bit because it's starting to get dark. And so while I let my battery charge, I ate some lunch and I changed the setup a little bit, and the ring light is now in front of me. And I thought we could now do my skincare routine. We can already see that my makeup came off a little bit while washing my hair because, you know, water splashed in my face, but this is where we're at. I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a quarantine skincare routine thing. My skin is obviously being a bit of a dump right now. It's not doing so well. I don't really know why, but I thought I would just do a little bit of a skincare routine, and I'm just gonna get started with that. The first thing I'm gonna do is just take off my makeup with these makeup wipes, and I just threw one on the floor. But they are these makeup wipes. I honestly really like these. They don't make my skin feel really bad. They're like slightly more expensive, but they're still pretty cheap, so I have no complaints for that. They're pretty nice. That's all I got to say on this. Honestly, I'm still figuring out this whole ring light thing because I have no idea really. I just kind of turn it up as bright as it gets. I'm not sure whether or not I hate the reflection it has in your eyes because it kind of bothers me, but then sometimes I also think it looks pretty on other people. I have not made up my mind yet. Next, I'm going to wash my face with the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. Squalane, I think it's called. I'm not going to tell you how this is either because I've been kind of testing the Ordinary products recently so that I can give you a review on how they actually are. And so I've been, for the past month or so, testing my way through a set of products. It's still probably going to be a while before I release that video and even film it because I want to be sure that what I'm saying about it is what I really think about it. And also I think with skincare products you always need to test for a fairly long period of time to actually see if there's a difference or not. In any case, I'm using this. Basically the instructions say you're supposed to warm it up in your hand before, so I'm just going to do that first and then I will put it on. I was watching this girl on her 11-step Korean skincare routine, and I think she's a dermatologist or something, and she just did these like, I think she called them butterfly motions. So I kind of do that nowadays sometimes just to massage products into your skin, and also it stimulates blood flow. It makes a lot of sense that, you know, your skin absorbs products better if you stimulate blood flow because more blood flows through, and so the products will be absorbed into your skin better. And I mean, you notice the same effect if you do a handstand. Your blood flows to your face, and therefore actually some people recommend doing a handstand per day so that you don't age as fast, because if you do a handstand, as said, blood flows to your skin, and so the product that absorbs and transfers to the rest of your body as well as your face, and the nutrients it brings with it anyways, will, you know, help your skin. Alright, anyways, that was a very long session of me cleaning my skin. Okay, I am back. For today, I decided I am going to use the Body Shop Tea Tree face mask. I really like this. Tea tree oil is amazing, and I love the smell of tea tree oil. I think it's so delicious. But I have to say, when I first started using it, I thought it was the weirdest, most disgusting smell ever. But I really think that you get used to it. Tea tree oil is honestly just one of the nicest products. I just feel like tea tree oil has done a lot for my skin in the past, and also just using raw tea tree oil is really nice for your skin. I know the Body Shop also sells a raw tea tree oil container in their line of tea tree oil, but honestly it's so ridiculously overpriced. You can buy it at a regular drugstore and it's really cheap. If you're interested in trying tea tree oil, I would definitely recommend it. I think this mask is just such a pretty color. I just got myself another cup of coffee, and while this face mask sits, I'm just going to do my hair. I didn't show you my hair yet. It almost looks the same, but bam! It's like pretty dry at this point. Would very much not recommend doing this, but I'm going to comb my hair while it's wet. This is actually so bad for your hair, but that's what I'm gonna do. It almost looks the same, honestly. It's just like so slightly darker. So I have this like Frizzies bottle that I've had for like ages, and then I have this hair oil that I'm just going to put into my hair. That Frizzies thing is honestly really nice for people who have wavy hair that doesn't really know if it wants to be curly or wavy. I got this hair clip so that I can kind of tie my hair back. I had this really lovely hairband that you could just like put on that was so perfect for doing my skincare routine and everything. I've had it since I'm like 5 or something, but it finally broke and now I don't have one, and I'm just realizing how useful it truly was. I mean, I knew it was useful before, but I'm just really noticing how useful it was. I'm going to wash this off now. It's been like 10 minutes-ish, a bit longer I think. Okay. The next thing I'm going to use is this Kodaline Active Eye Cream. I really like this because it's quite lightweight, but I'm pretty much out of this, which is why I bought a new one. So I'm just using like the last bit. I'm probably gonna throw this away now. Yes. So I'm just gonna put that here. I would usually only apply this with my ring finger, but I just kind of got this all over my fingers, so we're just gonna make this work. And then I just pat this in. I don't know if this really helps that much, but I've heard that you should tap in eye cream and not smear it in because the skin under your eyes is the thinnest, which is true. But I don't actually know if tapping your eye cream in is that effective. And also, I have not read up on any scientific research on this, so this is only hearsay at the moment, but that's what I do. Next, I'm going to use this Good Genes Lactic Acid Treatment by Sunday Riley, and this is honestly such an amazing product. This is just really good. The only thing is I don't really like wearing this if I'm going outside. A, because this makes your skin more prone to getting a sunburn, so you should definitely wear sunscreen if you wear it. They also say that on the bottle, by the way. But on top of that, it just looks super oily if you go outside, and I don't really like that. If you wear foundation every day, I honestly think this would be fine to wear under foundation, but I don't wear foundation or BB cream or anything like that, and therefore I just only really use this in the evenings or if I'm staying inside the whole day. Like today, I'm just going to let this sink in for like a minute or two just because I like to do that. I honestly don't think it has a major impact. This is just kind of what I do. Now that that's sunken a little bit, I'm going to use this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. This is quite a heavy cream. It's quite thick in consistency. I've mostly been liking this quite a lot. Like, it makes my skin feel really nice and soft, especially if I put this on at night. It's not as bad as most other creams, but it does make me break out a little bit. And that's why I still have not found my perfect moisturizer. I am still looking for that desperately, almost hopelessly actually. I've tried so many moisturizers, but they all just don't really work with my skin. I've tried like gel-based ones and water-based ones and all sorts of other ones, that are oil-free and non-oil-free, but I just haven't found anything yet, and I'm still working on it. Maybe I will find one someday. But that was pretty much it. That was my super simple quarantine with me skincare routine slash pamper routine. I'm going to film a full skincare routine sometime soon, so I haven't included everything I've been using recently, and also today I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quarantine with me vlog video thing, and quarantining and dyeing my hair, because why not? But I'm just going to log off and edit the video that I wanted to upload, because I'm a little bit behind on that, because I've been learning some new editing stuff and it's taken longer than I thought. But I hope you enjoyed this quarantine with me vlog, and stay inside guys and wear a mask when you go outside. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Alright, bye.